lot. So like one of the problems that he has is he wants to try and find a character that fits his style. He's definitely like a fighting game player. He plays a lot of different games. He plays Street Fighter. He plays a bunch of games. So for him to adapt to the VF style is very difficult, but he can do it. And like with the game sense that he has, you know, he's definitely very good. And I feel like it won't be too long before we see him start taking stuff going. LordXMugen, I haven't had the pleasure of playing with him, I don't think. But he's playing Brad. So one thing that I'll tell you about Brad right now, if you guys don't know anything about this game, Brad is one of those characters. There's a couple of characters in this game that can convert into really big damage of anything that they do. And Brad is absolutely one of those. He probably is like the best of those kinds of characters, although Lau also kind of fits that mold, and Lau, I would say, is maybe a little bit better. But Brad, anything that he touches you with, you're going to end up taking a lot of damage for it as a result. There you go, though. Creaky finds him to be a little, he's mashing out there, and one thing that you're going to hear a lot in a VS stream is the word abare. It's a Japanese word for mashing. It doesn't really mean mashing, but it means mashing. So, like, what it means is, if you're mashing and you're negative, and you see that yellow flash, everybody in the world knows that's what it was. So you abare right there. So, at least, Creaky, he's been learning a lot, and he's at least playing the simple game. You're gonna notice he doesn't do a lot of evades or anything like that. He doesn't play on the 3D axis pretty much at all. He's mostly a 2D player, and that's probably from his background. But like, he's at least playing the frame game, which is definitely pretty big. Another big thing is, you know, he's playing Jeffry, my character, but also one of the simpler characters in the game. So like, if you're trying to learn the game, it's definitely pretty easy to pick up. Doesn't really get a combo there on that launch, but he's still doing okay. LordXMugen also misses one of those difficult combos. Here's the thing about Brad. Like I said before, every hit that you get with Brad, it's probably going to end up being, you know, some extra damage for you. That being said, his execution is kind of high, so like you'll miss some crumple count.
Ready, go!
Nice. Okay, he goes for the hard commit. Oh, good. He doesn't go for the combo. But again, like I'm saying, Creaky is learning. So for right now, he's not trying to capitalize on opportunities in unfamiliar situations. He's really just trying to win the match, which I feel is good. Over there too, he also you're really negative after that straight punch. So Creaky did a good job pushing buttons there. He actually probably could have got a punish if he had buffered. One of the other interesting things about VF is that there's a 10-frame buffer window. So if you block anything, you're able to actually just buffer right through. Very good. Creaky takes the first game. So now we're gonna have game 2. Jump right in, baby. And yeah, this is we're starting off with some of our matches here. Our next match actually is going to be Fight Club Hubs versus Joe Taku. So these are two guys that I know only a little bit. Joe Taku I don't really know at all, but Hubs I know. He runs some other tournaments as well. Then we got Jamie-san versus White Fang Viking. And both of those guys actually I have seen they've been playing online, so I know that they play pretty well. After that, round 2 is when things are going to really heat up. So we'll see round 1 go through. Round 2 is going to go a little wild. So with Gentleman Thief having the first match of round 2, we're going to see things kind of pick up, and they're not really going to go down. So, but now we got some early matches, but it's coming out pretty good. And I'm actually really pleased to see the way that Creaky is playing. Although he did get hit by the trap, the VF trap, the early player trap. If you're an early player, you can tell both of these guys are maybe a little less experienced than some of the other VF players because they're doing the 2P. Oh my God, just do an elbow and you will blow that up. We're going to see that immediately as soon as we hit round 2. Do an elbow, do a counter hit launch. This sort of thing it's good to see because it means that you're going to be seeing some really big combos when these guys play up against the other players. Because playing very reckless like that is a surefire way to eat a lot of damage later on in the tournament. All right, that's punishable, and he does punish it. That's punishable, and he gets the throw punish. One of the interesting things and interesting features about throw breaks in Virtua Fighter is that it is a rock, paper, scissors game. There are 3 directions that you can break, and you can only break one of those 3 directions. You cannot break more than one. So basically, you do not ever get a guaranteed throw break situation. You will always have to guess between 3 different directions. And if the player is good, they'll make you guess those 3 directions every time. Although there are some clear-cut advantages to certain throws depending on the character. Okay, he hits him with a big knee launch, no punish, no combo. But you can tell they're just playing really safe as they want. They just want to get into round 2. I appreciate it, but it's definitely something. So LordXMugen takes the second game. So now it's 1-up. This is it. Both of them are going to be fighting to stay in the winner's side.
Top.
Yeah, ground hits actually tend not to be very bad in this game. Long grain mice. They're pretty much only great if you know that they're going to stay down, because down attacks, the way that these guys are getting up, if they do a roll, not a tech roll, but like a regular roll, you can make the down attack whiff, and then you get a free punish. So a lot of times down attacks are a little bit dangerous, and a lot of the newer players will tend to refrain from using down attacks because they see it more as a real risk, because they probably tried to use them and get punished a lot by other players. So right now, I think that's what you're probably seeing. There's not as much pressure as you'll see in the later game, later on in the tournament, where there are people who have studied the game a lot more, and they know the meaty timings, and they'll be able to try and get additional frame advantage on wake up. Nice. So LordXMugen gets a combo there. Like I said, Brad can always convert off of anything. His counter hit launch is particularly deadly because at every weight class he has a pretty good amount of damage he can get out of it. Jeffry does have a lot of damage, but his damage is gated behind a couple of things. It's gated behind poor frames, and it's also gated behind high risk. So like a lot of Jeffrey's most damaging moves tend to either have a ton of startup, or they tend to have unsafe frames, or they tend to be really slow. And that means that if you whiff with them, or like they're linear, so like if you evade them or whiff with them, you tend to eat a lot of punishment for almost anything that you do with Jeffrey. So you really do have to play very honest VF. You have to play very much a guessing game of what is he going to do. Is he going to strike? Is he going to throw? Is he going to go mid? Is he going to go high? Is he going to go low? It's very classic stuff. But Creaky takes advantage of one of the hidden strengths of Jeff, is the really long limbs. A lot of people don't realize that's a strength because they see VF as a they just get up in each other's faces. But hey, if you got the long limbs, you can make things whiff. We could play Tekken too. I mean, you don't have to play VF. You could play VF like it was Tekken. He goes for a combo, and look at that. Did you notice that still did a lot of damage, even though you could tell? I'm pretty sure anybody could tell that was not an optimized combo. This is one of the nice things about counter hits in VF. You get a lot of bonus damage off of them. Oh my god, now it's a slugfest right there. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna see like a lot of that in these early rounds. What you're gonna see next in the next match, so that's LordXMugen takes it. I think we have somebody taking care of the brackets right now.